Come on. Yeah. The fabulous 8-Bit Bros program. Check them out here on Ironic Radio Network. 8-Bit Bros. That's number 8. Then bit. Then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m. Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 8-Bit Bros. It's 7:30. We're only 30 minutes late today. We're making progress. So, as you know, we're going to feature some adult language, adult content. Do the right thing and put your kids in the closet where they belong.
Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. It's time.
I need my turntables back. Totally need a pair of turntables back, without a doubt. 8-Bit Bros, Wednesday, midweek, midday, hump day, over the hump, and before the hump, whatever the fuck hump you want it to be. Here in Tokyo, it's tomorrow. How you doing?
Indeed.
Or Australia or anywhere else. Whoa, I lost my mic for a second there. What up, people?
Oh, what is going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Top box. That's me, web boy. Bottom left. It's thumping loud. He's 800.
Is that what we have?
He's 846 miles south, by the way. And on the right box, lower right box, J7 in the house.
Hello. Woo! Hello, everybody. What's going on?
So, right before we came on, one of the reasons why we were late was a little bit of a discussion on where we stand with COVID. So let's just get this shit right out of the way. We've talked about it for a fucking year. Yeah, where the community stands. Yeah, community-wise, exactly. It's and that's a good point. Yeah. First thing, me and J7 actually were discussing this or touched on it last week, but I still can't fathom 7% of the national black population being vaccinated. Only 7%. I don't understand. I mean, all right, Asian 11, Latino communities like 15. I mean, they're up there. They're double digits at least. But to be sitting there and I don't understand what is going on in those communities. I don't buy the whole, the Tuskegee experiments. I'm not buying that. I mean, I read an article today that brought that up too. And unfortunately, CNN, I believe it was, I couldn't comment on the article because it was locked.
Oh.
Because it didn't really answer the questions I have. What is going on in the communities that people don't want to get vaccinated in large fucking quantities?
I mean,
me who's still on the fence, but looks like by September I'm going to get my shot. I got
finally.
Oh yeah, I got no choice. But and there's enough data for me to go, okay, I definitely don't want the Johnson & Johnson. Okay. And I know there's been some issues with Pfizer, but they're minuscule.
Okay.
12 people with an enlarged heart. Okay. I don't need to worry about that. My heart's still not growing. So as a child, that's a whole different story.
Yes.
But I just don't understand why large majorities of communities are so hesitant. I don't get it. Well, see, and that's a good
Right.
too. Now, when you talk about the misinformation, where's that misinformation coming from? Because all I see is our own government has been the one with the most misinformation. Wait, yeah, right. Well, right, and now we know that the current administration was telling social media companies what to censor and what not to censor.
Well,
No, well, that's
mhm.
oh yeah, well we know that for a oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They built a task force. You,
I mean,
you gotta remember, they built
I
a task
mean,
force.
that guy isn't even that secret. Like, of course that guy exists. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Like, I'm sure it's somebody that reports up to the chief of staff who's, I mean, I
Hold
was
on.
even listening to a podcast recently where the chief of staff was talking about how, they recognize that there's a lot of misinformation in social media and how they directly work with the companies to like figure out how to stop the misinformation. So it's like, so it, so like if they're saying that, then I'm sure that's only a little bit of what they're doing. If they're saying, yeah, we are working with Facebook to make sure that they do whatever they can to stop misinformation from getting out there. Right. If
They
they're saying that, then like, I don't even think that's like a no-brainer to me. It's like, of course they're doing that. Like actual Big Brother. Yeah, there's a guy. Yes, that person exists. Like, it's not even a person. I'm sure there's like a a whole team of
right,
people.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, that's like every
Well, but remember when he wasn't doing that, what happened?
they went on CNN, which was a big fucking mistake.
Remember when he stopped doing what the man wanted him to say, right? Well, then, right.
Right. You know,
Damn.
and it's great that you say that.
Now I'm viewing Fauci in like a whole different way. He's like an abused girlfriend. And like
Oh,
he
you
went wild with his girlfriends. And
he's either a slave to or he's either you could call him a slave too. He's a slave to the man. He's got no,
well, he
he's got no voice.
he's not the man.
Oh, big time
I
Sasha.
don't think okay, I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. I don't think he's a slave to the man. I think that he has some power. But it's like being the bottom bitch to a pimp. You know, where it's like you've got power over the other hoes, but you're still a hoe, right? Right. Like you've got some say and you have like increased responsibilities and you got some level of trust, but like make no mistake. Man, I feel like Fauci's gonna call in like, what are you guys saying about me over there? he has had it rough, you know, like because he served under a bunch of different presidents, so this is like life for him. He's yeah. Yeah, and he was like, I don't want to stand up there. This is the yeah, that freaking sucks. So like what about now? Like now Delta, right? Hello. And now they're saying like indoors masks. What happened in Chicago? Oh shit. Yeah. Oh damn.
No, no. There's a fucking over 1,000 people there. Yep.
Yeah. Was everyone vaccinated or like what? How'd they
Sure. They're all.
mostly maskless crowd?
That's the aerial photo that's going viral.
Oh shit.
You want to scroll down. Scroll,
Where's Waldo?
scroll down. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So check this out. This is hilarious. It says festival organizers required full vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test for entry. Okay. And then in this, like two paragraphs after, it says festival organizers had an entry protocol that required attendees to bring a printed proof of their vaccination status or a negative COVID 19 test. Unvaccinated attendees were required to wear a mask during their time at the festival. So then they did not require full vaccination
Oh.
or.
Yes. What difference does it make? Why is nobody wearing a mask? The next link I show, there's like 5 or 6 different photos, including one of the performers crowd surfing.
Oh, come on. Oh, this is. Oh my God. I feel like I would have so.
Yeah. They have one. Yeah, where you can see the city skyline. I think you scroll down to image 3 or 4. No, it's image 3. 1, 2, 3 is the. It's not. I know the photo you're talking about. It's an overhead aerial, and I don't know. I just, yeah, yeah,
Oh my God. I feel like.
yeah.
Well, okay. I feel like this would give me major anxiety
Major
under normal circumstances.
I wouldn't even go.
You know? I
there-
would not be caught dead here.
Scroll
Like,
all the way down. There's a really good photo. That's from the back of the arena looking at the stage, along with what appears to be a grandstands that's packed.
oh my God. And look at people trying to check into the hotel, waiting in fucking line. I can't. I feel like
There's someone in that photo?
this is my hell right here. This is what hell looks like for me. It's just a bunch of sweaty people all over me and endless fucking lines just to go to a hotel, and it's hot and it's just no. It's a whole lot of no. Plus COVID, oh hell no. Just
Fuck
no.
that. I'm going to a concert Friday night. To a concert Friday night. I'm going to the famous Stone Pony to see
Okay.
Limp Bizkit.
What?
I am going Friday night. I will be one of these fucking idiots in the pit.
Why are you risking your life
Fuck yeah.
to go see Limp Bizkit?
Hell yeah. Limp Bizkit? It's been like fucking 20 years since I've seen that band.
To see Limp Bizkit? Limp Bizkit
Yup.
with Fred Durst.
Uh-huh. No Monkey. He's in rehab.
Was there a time period when Limp Bizkit was cool?
Oh,
Because
fuck
I don't remember it.
yeah. You were listening to Jessica Simpson at 13.
No, I was not. 88. 88. So no, I remember Limp Bizkit distinctly. I remember they were a bad, shitty band. I'm just yeah, I remember avoiding it.
Oh my.
Fred Durst's previous band? No, I don't. Okay. I don't recall that. I do remember Limp Bizkit and when they were very popular and how bad the music was. So
You were like fucking 7 when they dropped their first demos.
when they dropped their first demos, yeah.
I wasn't. I was out of DJing then. But I was still getting all the promos mailed to the house.
Why don't you just go to a Nickelback concert if you're just gonna do that? Like, just go to.
Yeah, I would do. I would do that. Sit on the
I'm
lawn.
sorry, I'm making fun of your music preferences, and that's not cool. So I'm gonna apologize for that.
That's all good. I'm not a big Nickelback fan. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to see Nickelback. No, I'm going to see Limp Bizkit. Fuck yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool. Going to see Nickelback? All right, cool. There's definitely like 6 songs I can sing along to because I pretty much fucking sing them every weekend in Rock Band.
Mhm.
So I know
You know what? I appreciate your I don't know what the word is. Your genuine I don't know. I guess your genuineness when it comes to this, because I feel like these are bands that even people who love them would not admit to.
Yeah, no, see I mean, look, Creed, I saw Creed about 4 or 5 times. And it wasn't because it was Creed. I mean, I
Mhm.
saw them tour on their first album, which was absolutely fantastic. I saw that show a couple of times. That album was great. 4 number 1 hits off of it, maybe 5.
I actually didn't think they were too bad. You know, they had a sound.
Second album, okay. It was all right. Third album was horrible. But I saw them like 4 or 5 times, and it wasn't because it was Creed. It was because of the venue.
Because of the venue. Okay.
You can see the shittiest band in the world, and they will be amazing in Hammerstein Ballroom.
Oh yes, I have been to the Hammerstein Ballroom. That is a great venue. So you just go to the Hammerstein Ballroom regardless of which band is playing?
Oh, I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that many a times. I saw Bush there. Oh, joy. Why the fuck would I want to go see Bush?
Bush. Actually, you know,
Man,
Bush had its moments. I definitely had like a 10-year-old moment
You know,
when I was.
then one night I was in Irving Plaza and Bush was playing. And it was the day before Woodstock, and I didn't even want to go there because I was going to Woodstock. But we went anyway, and it turned out that Bush did the entire warm up show. They basically did the show that they were going to do at Lollapalooza, and even Michael Stipe came out and sang with him, which was cool.
Wow.
The two of them were on opposite sides of the stage, standing on top of the fucking speakers, singing whatever Bush song it was, and then they went into Orange Crush by REM and did a couple REM songs, but it was Irving Plaza. All right, okay, cool. It's Bush, and they're gonna sound really good there, so I'll go. Hammerstein Ballroom, fuck yeah, that's a recording studio. Why would you not want to be in that place? It's a recording studio. They're gonna be dynamite there. Yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen the Rolling Stones, you've only seen them in a fucking stadium.
Yeah, that's true.
Going to a stadium show can be okay, but it's not the best. The music sucks. You really got to have good seats to, in the appropriate section, to have really good sound. Usually by the soundboard on the floor. It's the best seat of the house because the guy's got the headphones on and he's mixing the music, so it's going to sound good right there. You know?
Hey.
But what up, caller?
Hello.
Hey, it's Bob Kniff again.
Hi, Bob.
I cannot stay long, but I made a comment on the new media feed, but it's true of both new media and 8-Bit Bros. I cannot hear Thump on the Facebook Live feed.
Oh, thank you for
see him.
pointing that out.
All right.
I can see
there we
him,
go. That is
but I
fixed.
can't hear him.
You had yourself
All right.
muted?
I guess.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bob.
Yep, I can hear you now. You're welcome. I'm
Thank
listening
you.
Lovely.
from home instead of the phone.
But sometimes it's all about the venue. I mean, you can see the shittiest band in the greatest of places, and they sound amazing. I mean, I saw Pantera in Hammerstein Ballroom. I hate Pantera. They were fucking dynamite there. They were dynamite. I don't even like them.
Okay.
So, I'm sure you've been in those situations too. You're at a place and you're like, oh, fuck. I mean, I saw Powerman 5000 at Tramps in New York City. It's in the basement of a building that you can literally put your hands up in the air and grab the pipes.
Yeah.
It's a shithole, but it's all concrete and the sound is amazing. Powerman 5000. Do you even know who the fuck that
Especially
is?
for like an industrial
I do know
band.
Powerman 5000. They're great.
Yeah, Rob Zombie's little brother.
Yep, I remember them.
Yeah.
I remember being really into them, I guess.
But would you go see them at fucking Giant Stadium?
No, I did actually get to see them live at one point. I forget what venue it was. It was some smaller venue.
I didn't even go to see them. I went to see Oleander.
I forgot who I actually went to see when this band performed. It may have been Tool?
I love that band.
Or probably it may have been
That
Tool.
wouldn't be a surprise. That would make sense.
Yeah. So, do we have any guesstimate numbers? Do you want to play I'll Drink to that? To how many cases come out of fucking Lollapalooza?
I mean...
Do we want to play an I'll Drink to that? I'll open up a sheet
Will
here.
we ever find out is the question, I guess? Like, will they report the numbers? Like, are they doing contact tracing and all that stuff? Like...
I mean, they did
Sing.
supposedly for Sturgis, so
Okay. How many people were there? Do we know?
Gotta be a fucking 100,000 now. Is it in the article anywhere? Does it say anything?
Let me see.
People attended LaLaPL.
No. Well, it says they turned 600 people away, which doesn't mean anything.
Record? No. Is it record?
Oh, 100,000 people. Duh, it's the first paragraph.
Roughly. This is from Channel 5 in Chicago. They call it Lola, by the way, or Lala.
Lola?
Lala.
Lola?
Lala.
Okay, then.
Lala reaches record-tying attendance. Roughly 270,000 people
Damn.
attended Chicago's Lollapalooza, tying the festival's record for attendance.
It says that in this Chicago Tribune article that the attendance was about 1,000 per day, and that the 4-day figure was more like 385,000.
Yeah, and you had the day before, which was kind of BS bullshit. Yeah, well, you had Red Hot Chili Peppers, Black Sabbath, Black Keys, all headlining different nights.
That's cool.
You had the rave, which is the day 4 that you're talking about, because Lollapalooza is technically only 3 days of bands.
Miley performed with Wiz Khalifa.
I watched the Miley performance.
How was it?
I like Miley, so
That's why I said Miley, because I know he's a Miley fan. So
yeah.
I like Miley too. I like her too. She's cool. I feel like she's a good performer, and she gives her all in her performance, which I appreciate.
And I don't think. All right, I don't want to say she doesn't lip sync. There's a lot of backtracking going on every fucking music artist, period. But she puts on a hell of a show, and she tries like hell to sing everything. I've seen her.
She does.
The only person I haven't seen yet that I want to see, as far as the chicks are concerned, is Taylor Swift.
I have seen Taylor Swift, and I was very disappointed.
Really?
All
Yeah.
right.
Really?
I mean, all right. I don't think that
Right.
Taylor Swift is a good performer. There, I said it. I know I may get hate for this. It's not even the music that I'm talking about right now. The girl is a hell of a songwriter. She's a hell of a businesswoman. Can't take that away from her. But as a performer, she's fucking boring. I was just like, what is happening here? Like, are you doing, like, you look like a robot. I can't deal with you. It was just, I don't enjoy her as a performer. I will give her credit in other areas.
Okay. That's good to hear. Good to know. I'll take that with a grain of salt. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not going to go see fucking Taylor Swift at Giant Stadium or Texas fucking or Dodger Stadium or the fucking Red Sox monster. No. That would have to be an indoor closed-in event. I mean, like Madison Square Garden. What's the one in Philly? I don't even know if it's the Staples Center or the FUC Center now. Who the fuck knows what they call that place? But I mean, seeing her in a smaller venue would be great. Like I saw Britney and Miley at the Garden, New York City.
Oh, I wish I could have seen Britney in like her prime.
Yeah. Well, that's when I saw her. Yep.
Because like
with will.i.am come out and did the song together. It was that album. So it was like right. That was the album everyone was like, oh, all right. This is where you change because you're getting older now.
No, that was the one after she had the meltdown and was gone for a long time. And people were like, damn, what's going to happen with Britney? She like brought it back. That was like her comeback album.
Yeah,
like she brought it back.
By her daddy, yes.
You could argue that that's kind of when it changed, not because she was getting older, but because I feel like Britney has been through some shit and something inside her is gone. Like
You gotta hate when your bathroom lock jams, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Bathroom. What was that yesterday?
Because that's the most recent incident. She just locked herself in a bathroom. And security had to come out because her boyfriend's obviously a dipshit who can't do anything handy. But also, let me preface this with the fact that, I'm sorry, I was a locksmith, so I know how easy it is to get past, especially something like a bathroom door.
Okay.
So I'm maybe a little harsh because I have previous experience and I'm coming from that take. But oh my God, how did you have to call fucking security to come get you out of the bathroom because your boyfriend couldn't?
What, he couldn't open the door to get her out of the bathroom?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Damn.
They had to call security. She was in the bathroom for literally like half an hour because there was this amount of time that she tried to do where she couldn't get out. Then there was this other stuff. Then there was like another 10 minutes here. Then there was another 10 minutes here. If you go and you read like the little chronological of her explanation of it, you're like, oh my God, you ended up in the bathroom for a fucking hour because everybody around you was an idiot and couldn't help you.
Poor Brittany. See, this is what I mean. I feel like something inside her is just dead. Just
look at the shit she's been going through, went through. I mean, you're seeing front page headlines. I mean, and how dare the government turn around and go, no, we're not going to break up your conservatorship. Yeah, no. I mean, who the fuck? Somebody's playing God with this woman's life.
Imagine that being the case. Imagine like your father having control. Like you can't go to the doctor without your father having a say about it.
Yeah, no, you can't do anything.
Just like it's so crazy. I feel like this is definitely. You guys remember that South Park episode where it was like the harvest? Like it was like Brittany was like being sacrificed.
Right.
For, like,
yeah. Where but she had blown her head off. There was nothing but a tongue there. They were still making her fucking go perform all of that shit.
Yeah. I feel
like it's real life. That's real life. In her case, it is real life.
Yep. I feel like this is her life. Like that episode encapsulates
She
her
has
life.
been completely groomed for the portion of humanity that needed a sacrifice.
Right? And they keep pushing her out to perform.
They made her do fucking what, 121 nights in Vegas, and she said fuck that and quit in the middle of it?
Yeah, she had another tour lined up, and she was like, nah, she canceled it. She was like, I'm not performing until I have control over what's going on. Like, good for her. I mean,
the whole song,
and you,
bitch.
Right? And you probably, I don't know if you guys read this whole thing, but like her new lawyer actually says her net worth, which is like 55 million or something like that, it's actually really low for somebody who's been doing the amount of work she's been doing. Yep. You know, like if you do tours, you have a what is that? Something in the residency in Vegas. Like she should be making bank. And I'm not saying that 55 million isn't bank, but for somebody who's doing all that, like it should be a lot more than that.
A lot more.
Yeah.
At least 3 times that. At least 150 mil in the bank.
Right.
At least.
Right.
And by now she should have her own clothing line, her own makeup, her own perfume, with endorsements up the ass. It should be a shitload of money.
She should be on that Rihanna, Beyonce level, like full-on clothing lines, like parts in movies, like full-on like makeup. Like she should be on a whole other level, and she's not. So like I feel like she does have talent, but something inside, somebody killed something inside her, and I feel so bad for her. I feel like, maybe at some point she can come back and like be the performer she was always meant to be, or not, or maybe she can just, go off and live obscurity. Her life.
Yeah. Just fade into the obscurity that she may want, if that's her choice.
Yeah, if that's what she wants.
Exactly.
She can just,
that's the problem, though. Her choice. Like, she should just be allowed to really have some influence in her own life. I understand the reasons why the conservatorship was put in place to begin with, and I understand with her.
Yeah.
there were things that needed to be managed, but it wasn't her entirety of life. Her ability to have any say-so in her existence should never have been stripped completely away from her the way it clearly has been based on the information this case has put out.
Right. It's insane. Yeah. I can't believe that happened.
This isn't a human rights violation on even possibly the court for allowing this to continue.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely is a human rights violation. She should be able to make some choices about what she wants to do. She shouldn't be pushed out to perform if she doesn't want. She should be able to go to the doctor if she wants. It's just pretty wild, the fact that anything like this has happened to somebody.
Yeah, it's crazy shit.
And it's very publicly.
Yeah.
Well, now it's public. I mean, now it's...
not for anything. It was very public when the conservatorship was put in place. It was like everybody has known for quite some time. Like the Free Britney people only really got a voice recently, but they've been screaming for a while. There was just a tiny microcosm of them that were like, something is not right. This is fucked up. And everybody's like, dude, Britney's fucked up. And it's blah, 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 blah. We swept it under the rug and swept it under the rug and swept it under the rug to not pay attention to what was going on because it was always being talked about.
Yeah.
And now it's a big deal because it's really boiled over and it is a absolute shit show when you finally take the time to look at it.
It is. I don't even know, I guess that, I don't know, we could get into this whole discussion about what are, her being treated like a weird ass sacrifice of sorts. Like
the South Park episode would
the South Park episode. Yeah. Because, I feel like for the longest time, it was okay that she was the hot mess. And that they treated her like a thing to be made fun of. I remember the whole thing, that infamous performance at the VMAs when she came out and she couldn't do the choreography and she couldn't do the lip syncing and she looked bloated,
That's when the video or the audio of her singing through the mics that were dead in the audience surfaced on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's think about that for a moment, right? That should never have happened. It's somebody's job to make sure that the performers are there during rehearsal and properly outfitted and ready to go when the cameras go on. And they just didn't do that. I'm not saying she couldn't have made different choices, but at the same time, I feel like somebody pushed her out there to get embarrassed, basically. And we were all just like, oh no, look at how fat she is. Oh my God, can you believe she couldn't do her choreography? Can you? It actually, just looking back at how, even myself, I can't exempt myself from it, how I reacted to it. It seemed like for a long time, it was okay to do that to Britney in particular. It wasn't, we didn't treat other people that way. We treated her that way. Yep. And it sucks. It's like we singled her out to be the laughing stock of our, society for some reason. And, whenever she didn't do precisely the perfect thing, we just went after her. And I don't know. I feel like there's something to be said about who we do that to and why we realized why we felt that was okay.
That's a good point.
Yep. hate to go conspiracy theory on it, but I mean, it's wild how it seems that she's literally living like all of the wildest conspiracy that you could think of. Like it's actually true. It's in a lot of the cases that her shit is that crazily fucked up.
Yeah.
And that there literally have been people behind the scenes going, "No, you're going to do this." And it makes all of it very imaginable instead of so unimaginable at this point. Like now all of it's believable because the truth is insane. So yeah, there was somebody who was like, "Watch this," and put her out there on stage and fucking boom.
Right?
Yeah, it makes it very plausible, very believable, and like it's very much like the shit humanity that has been proven to be around her definitely would do something like that.
Precisely.
It makes it very, very possible and plausible. And it's like, you sound like a crazy person. That's a conspiracy. It's like, but it's so cool. Have you looked at the real shit? Like, this is completely within the guidelines of what they've done already. To do something like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like I think she unfortunately has been surrounded with people who don't have her best interest in mind. Sadly.
Oh no, they have their idea of her best interest in mind, which is nothing more than lining your own fucking pocket with the wealthy daughter.
Or sister.
Or sister. Sure.
Yeah, because she's doubled down on that shit too. She's like, no. Don't come around here trying to be righteous, bitch. You've been right there the whole time doing the same shit. Fuck you. I was like, go, Brittany. Tell them all. Tell them all to kiss your ass. Fuck all of you motherfuckers.
How many COVID cases come out of Lollapalooza, Tom? 270,000 people attended over 4 days, or 300 and something thousand over 4 days. I'm saying 850 cases, if that helps you at all. 90% of people were vaccinated.
I'm gonna...
You said how much? How many people were vaccinated?
90%.
90%. Okay.
90% showed vaccination. I don't know if that's...
I'm going to say, like, would you say 800,000?
No, 850 cases is what I'm saying.
850 cases out of this event.
Right.
I'm gonna lessen that and probably even go as low as like 400.
400. J7.
I'm gonna go a little lower. If you said 900, 90% of people are vaccinated, then I'm gonna probably go with like 300.
Okay, 300. I said.
I like it. We all just price righted ourselves right through that little fucking chain there. We were like, closest without going over. I gotta go through you. $1. I say $1.
And we're all gonna drink to that anyway, so there's no point in even putting a drink on it. But so yeah, if we can get some fucking numbers here, we'll see what to save that. Thank you. Pop quiz. Real quick. Top 5 largest countries by population. Top 5. Go, Thump.
Countries?
Yep. Countries.
I can't even name off enough countries to say something like that.
Okay, well, largest population. Who's got the most people?
Yeah, but see, things aren't...
I believe it's India.
Okay.
I would say India, yes, number 1. But you can't, like...
I want to know what your thoughts.
We go. China's definitely got a major population.
India.
Doesn't Japan even have a higher population than we do?
J7 thoughts. Japan.
Let's see. So I would say Japan. I'm sorry, India, China. I would say. What is after that?
I think
Australia.
Come on, they only live on the edges.
Yeah, it's a very sparse population on a major landmass.
They got like 39 million people in Australia.
Okay.
Just had this conversation with my father the other day. You're gonna be very surprised at the top 5
They got
countries.
that just in New Delhi, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking now, India's population is crazy. Like, there's no lie about that. Like, those motherfuckers is packed in that country tight.
Yeah. So China, India. So then I guess us, the U.S.
Okay, China, India, USA.
What do I want to say after that?
I mean, what part of Russia are we counting? Like, very well, the population for that could be in one of the adjacent countries, not, and their numbers aren't even going to be real because they're still probably claiming part of those other countries as theirs when they do their population count.
I want to go with maybe Brazil.
Ooh.
And Pakistan. How many was that? Was that 5 or 4?
Yes.
That was
You said
China, India, U.S.,
and Brazil,
and Pakistan. That would be my top 5.
That's not bad. It's not bad. Brazil, no.
Brazil, no? Okay.
214 million people in the country. They rank number 6.
Close enough. That's close.
Yeah,
I'll give you a hint on the one you're missing.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Technical support.
Okay, I already said India.
Yeah.
So.
All right, here you go. You ready? Number 1. Largest country by population, 1.445 billion people, China.
Okay, China.
Okay, China.
1.395 billion, India.
Yeah.
Okay.
333 million. You should know that number. Good old USA.
Mm-hmm.
J7, you said Pakistan also. Excuse me, the both of you agreed on Pakistan. 225 million people in Pakistan comes in at number 5.
Okay.
Nice. Okay,
so who was our number 4?
Missing number 4, Indonesia.
Indonesia?
Oh, yeah, and they are very heavy technical support. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm calling you about your car. Extended car warranty. Yeah, it popped when we were talking about current world population. This chart showed up underneath it, and I was like, "Wow, this top 5 is not what I was thinking." I agreed with you, Brazil, Japan. You said Japan, right, Thump?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I would have thought that also, to be completely honest. 126 million people in Japan puts them at 11th.
11th.
Yeah, I would not have put them in the top 10. Just because the landmass is so small.
Well, I know the landmass is small, but I also know they're a very vertical society when it comes to how they pack their people in for the longest time period. So it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who would you put? Okay, top 10. You said Brazil 6, Nigeria 7th, Bangladesh 8th.
So then we'd have to include Mexico, right?
Mexico is 10th at 130 million.
Okay. Russia.
Right. I was going to say, Thump mentioned Russia before. It's 146 million. There's your top 10. 12 makes me realize that there is issues in the world. I did not know this until I saw this list. 118 million people in Ethiopia.
Wow. That's higher than I would have thought.
Yeah. For a third world country with those kind of numbers, now I start to understand all those, donate 20 cents a day and you can feed a child. Yeah. No, I'm actually being honest, because I'm sitting here going, wow, 20, 30 years ago, it was only 47 million people in that country. 1990, 47 million people. They've almost tripled in 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
That's a huge jump. The United States don't do that.
I mean, I guess our 20 cents a day was doing it, man. For the price of a cup of coffee. Look at what we did. Look at what we did. Aren't we so proud of ourselves? Look at that. We tripled the country's population.
1990, the United States had 250.
Thank you, Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne Summers. That's another South Park reference. 251 million people in the United States in 1990. Now we're at 331. That's 110,000 increase. So I guess that's a third. So yeah, that's 30% increase over 30 years.
That's a 30% increase. They went 3 times their growth.
3 times. Yeah. Yeah. We went 1/3 our time.
Yeah.
Almost 1/3.
Almost.
That's fucked up.
Hey, we brought a country back, man. Apparently that was dying off.
Obviously, we didn't ship enough fucking condoms over there.
I mean, look, we were going for food. We need nourishment. People was hungry. They started fucking.
Right.
Like they were no, they were fed. They were like, oh shit, I got energy. Come here, girl. She was like, hell yeah, I got energy too. Let's go, boy.
You guys following the Olympics?
Nope.
Yeah.
I do occasional medal count viewing, but outside of that, not really.
Perfect. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to mention. Since you were, bring up the medal chart. Bring it up. Oh. Everybody bring up a medal chart. And tell me how many medals we won so far.
Let me see where my little fucking dillywag is here.
All right.
Okay, there's my dillywag. I got it.
Let's see.
I'm only viewing the top 3 registered countries as far as what this list is showing me. I can go to an expanded list, but this is what I have.
I have top 5.
Okay.
You have 3.
Yeah,
so
I have top 3.
I'm good with what you got. J7, what do you got?
Hold on. I'm trying to bring up this chart.
Okay, just don't mention a source yet. That's all. I don't want
Okay.
I've been watching.
That's going to be a fun one then.
I've been watching the Olympics, so some of it here and there, of course. Coverage is horrible. NBC, sorry. I mean, to make people try and pay to watch shit live on your Peacock, you can just jump on this cock, okay? Medal count. What do we got? Thump, you got it up. I know you got it up. So what do you got?
All right. So number 1 on the list?
Yeah.
China.
Right.
Right.
How many medals they got?
Overall medals, I don't have an actual number. I'd have to do math, and I don't feel like it. But 32 gold.
Right.
22 silver.
Uh-huh.
And 16 bronze.
That's 70 medals. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2.
USA.
Mm-hmm.
25
Well, actually...
gold.
Well, hold on. Let me finish.
No.
25 gold.
We're going over my list, not
Okay.
your
All right. Sorry.
absorption into my list.
25 gold.
All right. 25 gold. 31 silver.
Uh-huh.
23 bronze.
79 total medals.
Okay. Number 3.
Yeah.
21 gold.
Uh-huh.
Japan.
Yeah.
7 silver.
Mm-hmm.
12 bronze. And that is the list that is visible in front of me currently. Would you like to know my source?
No.
Save the source?
Yeah, where'd you pull it?
All right, that is Olympics.com is the source that Google is giving me in my newsfeed.
Gotcha. J7, what do you got? You just match that? China?
Yes. So I think that's about right. And the one thing that is missing from what Thump just said
is
the
updated at 8:21 p.m. according to
Olympics.com.
The
it's
notifier
the
on it.
Russian Olympic Committee,
right? ROC,
which says 14 gold, 21 silver, and 18 bronze for a total of 53 medals. And Thump, did you say Britain?
No, I only named 3 countries: China, United States, and Japan. That's my list is only 3 people. Like I didn't go into my expanded list at Olympics.com. This was just in my news feed, looking at my top 3. Webb said he's got his top 5. You're running down apparently the list of people that participated in the Olympics.
No, I mean I just pulled it up from the New York Times, and there's 5 countries on the top.
Okay, time out. How many gold was ROC? I'm sorry, I missed that. I wasn't paying attention.
Gold is 14 for the ROC. Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned Great Britain, which has 15 gold, 18 silver, 15 silver, 15 bronze for a total of 8. My question, since everybody, I have the same thing, okay? China, United States, Japan, Great Britain, Australia. That's my top 5.
Okay, no ROC?
No ROC. Interesting.
Okay, not on your top 5.
It's
on her top 5. Shit, at this point, I want to go to my top 5.
Yeah, my source is google.com.
Oh, okay, I got the same one that you got. China, United States, Japan, Great Britain, Australia. That's my top 5.
Well, you said Olympics.com. So, yeah, I opened up my browser, went to google.com, typed in Olympics, hit the fucking shit, don't want you to add anything, and it brought up the Olympic Tokyo Games, which has the chart that is from Olympics.com. So that's my source.
Okay, yeah, my top 5 list is United States, China, Russian Olympic Committee, Britain, and Japan.
Okay, your list is aggregated by overall medal count.
Overall total medals, yes.
Where the Olympics list is by gold medal count.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing matters but gold. Everything else is a participation trophy.
Yeah, well, that's also a common conversation that's been going on around how silver and bronze athletes feel mentally after coming out of the Olympics with how it's diminished support because, well, they didn't gold. You know, they weren't the best athlete.
Yeah, I don't agree with this whole ranking based on gold medals.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
This further supports the idea of how these athletes have been feeling about the scenario based on the Olympic Committee's own website, acknowledging these countries solely based on gold medal ranking.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was the United States who introduced colored medals, 1924.
Oh yeah,
I think if I'm correct, 1924. It was shots. Look at this shit. Thank you. It's always nice to get shots delivered. And they introduced the colored medals: bronze, silver, gold. Bronze could have also been copper. Again,
well, it's the same, color.
But you got silver medal
hue-ish.
You know, when the United States introduced it, if I'm not mistaken, you got a gold medal in the first place, gold, higher on the podium, yay! Silver, slightly lower on the podium, you got a silver medal and a olive branch. Don't know what that's about. And bronze or copper, got on that lower perch, and you got your medal and a laurel branch.
Okay, so I think the sport of competition from number 1 to 2, extending the olive branch. Number 2 receives the olive branch, and then in the 2 to 3 range, I'm not sure about how the lore is attached to these. But that's in the spirit of competition. I think that's where and I think that was also partially established during this time period as well with the laurel branch, as that added support from number 2 down to number 3, the extension of not yet another olive branch, but the laurel branch.
Isn't the laurel branch the symbol of fucking Greek mythology or the Romans? They wore it around their head or their neck. It's a symbol of triumph.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Essentially it puts the pedestal in one order with their other things balancing the entire subset out. So these are your 3 champions. It's supposed to be an equal podium share, but visual representation being given to gold, silver, bronze, and I think competition being given an adjacent order to help.
I don't know if gold got a branch of anything, but it makes sense it would be olive and laurel because those are highly associated with Greek Romanologies. Caesar wore Caesar's headdress was a olive branch, and someone else's was a laurel. There's a reason for the laurels versus olives. It's even fucking minted on their coins.
Right.
Yep.
But if I'm not mistaken, that was all introduced in like 1924 or some shit like that. I don't know the significance.
As the representation. I think that was. I think that's what that was, because there was prior recognition, and I think since it is the Olympics, which is where let's hint at the fact that this is where it came from.
Right.
So the branches and everything were probably part of the original festivities in some way, shape, or fashion to begin with, just as far as like something the competitors got for winning.
Now, to play the devil's advocate of it, it's okay that we judge it based on the gold medals because I won more gold than you. Fuck you, I'm better. I don't care that you got 9 more medals than me. Fuck you. I got more gold than you.
Yeah, and 7 more medals. I mean,
7's a lot in gold, but then you can go be like, well, what'd you get it in? Okay, we could
probably
gymnastics, and we took track and field. What'd you take? Archery and shooting? Or rhythm gymnastics? Is that what you got your gold in? We took 22. So I don't know how I feel about it, to play either side of should it be United States #1, like J7's list at 79 medals, or is it China at #1 with 70 medals and 7 more gold?
Right.
Does it?
Yeah, I guess the side that I would take is to make it to the Olympics and to compete on that level is already a crazy achievement. Like, it took years of training and dedication in most cases,
Whatever country whatever country you feel you want to stand behind and represent in the Olympics is a major accomplishment.
Right. Like, it's a huge accomplishment.
Athletes on the planet.
Right.
At one time. With the exception of baseball, basketball.
That was shout out to the new all-time leading scorer of the Olympics, Kevin Durant.
KD, yeah. But those are
I don't know why they do that. They should just they don't allow NBA and WNBA players to play. Don't know why.
They
baseball
did, but then they had to stop that. Because
why?
Because we had professional athletes and no other country did at the time.
Right. Plus we were
it showed in the games. It really showed in the games. When you put Michael Jordan on the court against Pete from fucking Moscow, it showed on the court.
Well, that's not fair. Okay. I know.
You're right. It was not fair. We got a lot of golds for just going out there embarrassing people for no reason other than the fact that we had professional basketball that had the best of the best, period.
Okay.
We could have put our C team out there and crushed people back when basketball was installed.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I get that. But I do feel like being on the Olympic stage is such an accomplishment already.
Yes.
That to say that if you don't get gold, if you only get silver, or if you only get bronze, that you didn't achieve something major, I think, come on. That's
not. Hold on. In my not paying attention to the Olympics, I listened to stories about people who were no longer part of the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And all of their stories at one point or another, except for some of the ones who didn't get to make it into the Olympics and were not part of the Olympics, but the ones who were there and then got dismissed, was always, and they missed the medal round one more time. They missed the again. They missed the gold by this. Everything is all of their news stories were all to the point of, well, they were there for gold and didn't get it.
Oh, that sucks.
Hey, Gold is more. I fact checked myself. It was I want to correct myself. It was 1904 games.
1904, not 1924.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and believe it or not, there was of all places St. Louis.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where the three-colored fuck the metric system came into play, and it was olive branch, laurel branch, gold got gold. Period. So the medal count we're talking about, gold especially, is it? China's only got 431 people competing in the Olympics compared to America, who sent over 634, 33, 30. So what does that say about us? If China's getting more fucking gold than us, they got a third less or a fifth less competitors?
Okay, hold on. I hate to do this way.
Yeah.
But this is China. And
yes.
Guess what? They have always done more with less.
You do realize coronavirus is the first thing that you've ever gotten from China that's lasted over a year.
Hey, more with less. More with less.
I always, honestly, I feel like I have always, this isn't, China being really good at the Olympics is always something that I've observed, just because of the way that their society functions. Like, you have to be the best.
They do more with less.
Yeah.
Across the board.
So yeah. So
they produce more with less wage. Everything. They do more with less.
So I think that if they didn't have a top athlete for the sport, they just didn't participate in that sport, is my feeling. Whereas, we sent skateboarders, we sent rock climbers, like we sent BMX bikers, like we actually engaged in more sports, even in the sports that we did not exceed in.
We cover the gambit. If there is an Olympic sport, we probably have representation. I think that's pretty much about the way it works for us.
Well, think about it. If you're one of those people who is on a horse and, I got a horse and he's a prancing, dancing horse. What else? What is there for you to do with that horse besides take it to the local meet or Olympics?
Well, yeah.
Olympics.
If there's a category for it, that's the pinnacle of what he gets to do.
Right, that's the United States. Now I can
you're dancing on point when it's time for the Olympics.
Right, I could see China going, all right, when were you born? 3 days ago? You are going to be the only person who rides a prancing horse. That's your job. You're going to the Olympics.
Yes, we have a stable of horses for you to get to know and train.
The whole just do that, and that's what you're going to do.
Yep. Your entire life will be dedicated to learning how to make these horses all do exactly what you want them to.
Now, I could see the United States, doing this. Well, not doing the same thing, but going, there's only 7 countries going to be represented, so there's 14 slots available. Oh, I'm going. Fuck it, let's go. Olympic team. Let's put together an Olympic horse prancing team.
Well, that's
7 fucking people.
Essentially, what we did with. Well, no, I was gonna say that's what we did with skateboarding, but that's not true. We did send some good skateboarders, but just the Japanese were so much better. So that's why we didn't win any medals there,
Yeah, it's a shame. A little American girl was fucking dynamite on her skateboard.
Yeah, no, they were good, but and Tony Hawk was there as a presenter. I'm like, okay, yeah, we sent like our top skater,
we
like
sent
our legendary.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we essentially send our Rushmore, and that's kind of what we do though. Like,
but remember, those are not professional athletes.
Well, no, it's the first time that skateboarding has been at the Olympics and rock climbing, so they're not professionals. They're the best we have.
There are pro skateboarders internationally.
Oh, internationally, yeah. But like, It's the first time that skateboarding has been an Olympic sport.
Right.
And rock climbing.
First time it's been recognized with a medal. It's been an Olympic sport before. It's the first time it's recognized with a medal.
Yeah. That's
Everybody
there's a couple there's a couple different things. What was there? Football was there one time. They played several games during they couldn't decide whether it was during the Olympics or whether it was part of the fair, but this tournament took place during the Olympics and the fair.
It's called an exhibition.
Yeah, nobody was medaled for it, but it does have an official presentation at one point where it's like it was part maybe of the Olympics.
Are they doing that with breakdancing next year? Is that an exhibition or is that an official gold medal standard? Not next year, excuse me, 4 years from now. Paris is breakdancing and rock climbing. I don't think rock climbing is rock climbing a medal this year?
Yes, it is.
It is a medal? Okay, so there's no exhibitions this year. Although they still consider rock climbing, skateboarding, and surfing as new sports for the next Olympics, and they're adding B-boys and B-breakers, breakdancing.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
And you're talking to me about going to see Limp Bizkit, and you're amazed by 1980 breakdancing.
No, I actually know some competitive breakdancers, and
I was gonna say it's actually there's a really big culture internationally now of some really incredible breakdancers.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Ellen is not the only one who knows Twitch. Now you're talking my era, my time, my peoples. Hello, Brooklyn. Hello, Manhattan.
Well, I know some competitive breakdancers who are like young. So I don't know.
Because all you got to do is America's Got Talent. Breakdancing is so 1980s.
Well, maybe, but I do know some young people that do it competitively.
Going to be watching the Olympics. There's no doubt about that. I still think trampoline is the greatest Olympic sport ever. Don't know why they got rid of synchronized trampoline. Little disappointed there, International Olympic Committee. Synchronized was way better.
I feel like there was so much drama around Simone Biles and just what was happening in the gymnastics area.
I'm going to say this. The truth should have just been put out there from the start. I don't need to know after you come back to only do one solo routine because of what the fuck ever bullshit story you want to give. And then today it's, well, I was dealing with family issues. What is the story? Like, you should have just said, look, shit's fucked up, can't do it. But we had to go through Simone Biles. We had to go through 3 days of what's going on with Simone. Why can't she compete? Is she going to compete? Why did she back out? Oh, she's got a case of the willies or the twisties or whatever the fuck it is. To today, it was, well, I had personal family issues going on. Like, you should have just spewed it from the beginning. Shit's fucked up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Give me some time to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with with the what?
Should have never been news.
Well, it was because she was the most decorated athlete who was competing at the Olympics. Who other than a couple of swimmers can you name?
Yeah, she's a 6-time medalist. She won this, can put her at 7 as the most decorated.
Yes.
There's 2 other people on the team that are way fucking better than her. The Chinese chick is way better than her. I get it. Simone Biles whipped out a trick she hasn't done since she was 12 years old that nobody can do. She's got 2 of those in her repertoire.
No, she's got 4 moves that are named after her.
We didn't see them at the Olympics. Move on. Give me the soul girl. Move on. Simone Biles.
Which soul girl?
So what's her name? Something Soul, the little Chinese American gymnast.
You mean Samina? Like Samina Lee?
Lee, that's it. And it's one Chinese, a Lee, a Soul, or Funyun.
Well,
Anyway,
She actually didn't place at all in a bunch of the events. I don't know if you were following the whole thing, but she's really number 2. Like, she's good, but she's really number 2 below Simone Biles in most routines.
Yeah, and she's younger and better. She'll have a better career. She's younger. She's only what, 16?
No.
I thought she was 17.
I don't know how old Sumi is. Sumi Lee is.
Come on.
I guess. Oh, she's 18.
Okay, she's 18, and the other one. 18. Right, and the other one's 20.
And Simone Biles is 24.
24. I think the other girl's better. I think she's got more of a chance to break more medals. I think the Simone Biles.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her. Don't get me wrong. Whatever the case may be, whether it was, fucked up in the head, and you hear that from a lot of, if you haven't paid attention, a lot of fucking athletes have said that over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Not just Olympic. You skateboarders and BMX bike riders, and talk to Travis Pastrana about, the shit he's gone through with not knowing heads or tails of shit. It happens in every fucking sport, but it didn't need to be like center stage of the Olympics. There was so much other shit going. What about the bitch from Belarus who can't go back to her own country?
She's now in Poland.
Crazy. Right. That was wild.
The husband just left, and now they're fearing for the parents' life, who are still fucking stuck back in Belarus. To me, that was way bigger news that should be fucking put out there. I also think that the other news of the handball team who decided not to wear fucking booty shorts because it was uncomfortable and wore regular.
I thought it was a volleyball team.
No, it wasn't.
The beach volleyball team that didn't wear the bikini because is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they didn't wear the bikini bottoms.
Yeah, and their home country, their home Olympic committee, fined them 1,777 krones.
And then Pink paid the fee.
Well, allegedly, there is no.
Allegedly,
she did tweet out that she would, and then nothing of it. But that is not even it's not even part of the conversation. What the fuck? The sexism that still exists in the Olympics, even though.
That is pretty wild that you could be fined for not wearing a bikini bottom to an event.
Because bitches should show their ass cheeks when they're playing volleyball, when they're playing handball, when you're at the beach.
Well, I was trying to figure out where the validation in the uniform requirement, if there was something in the rule, aside from it just saying they got to wear bikini bottoms, if there was something in the rule that even stated why that was the case, like that validated the uniform necessity.
Right.
And since there was nothing that validates the uniform necessity, I don't think that there should be a requirement to only wear a certain type of uniform bottom, as long as it doesn't infringe upon the other things that they have, like political statements on your uniforms, or improper decaling, or other stuff like overexposure, something like that. But it was wild for me to hear that they were like, they didn't wear bikini bottoms, so they all got fined. It's like, what?
Sumi Lee is who I was talking about, J7.
Yes, I know. That's who y'all looked up.
Yeah, and she took a gold medal in the all-around.
Yeah, she took the all-around because Simone Biles didn't compete. If she had competed, she would have won the all-around.
I don't know about that. Suni Lee, whatever the fuck her name is, Suni Lee. Her balance beam was fucking spot on. I don't know why it's wearing hair. This whole idea of degree of difficulty versus degree of artistic interpretation.
Well, Sumi Lee she probably has the best uneven bars in the world now. I'll give you that. But all around, I've seen Simone Biles.
Yes, me too. I watched
demolish her and everyone. With
trials.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Olympic fan. Every 4 years, the best of the best from every country. I wish it would still stay at like the collegiate level, but none of that matters anymore now that college athletes can sign contracts and get paid, and which I'm totally against. The Olympics should have been always about the best collegiate athletes or younger, high school, in the world. Because the days of sending your best of best, like the Roman times, that shit's over with organized sports, with professional organized sports. If wrestling is such a fucking huge deal, how come there's no WWF guys, WWE? Those are wrestlers.
Well, they don't do actual wrestling. What they do is more like a performance. It's not really like.
That was my point. They're not wrestlers at all. But that's a professional sport. You know, baseball is not in the Olympics anymore. We have softball now, which is great because the women have something to compete for. Because there is no professional women's softball. So you got the Olympics to look forward to. The basketball thing, we don't send the pros anymore because it at one point it interfered with the season. Interfered with training camps, interfered with whatever, so we weren't sending them. Baseball is sending athletes who are non-rostered. Todd Frazier of the Yankees or the Mets is, he's doing great. Bro, you're doing dynamite, man. Hello, New Jersey. Todd Frazier batting 143 in the Olympics. No wonder why you're not on a professional fucking team anymore. There's sending professionals over there. You get paid to do that. You don't need the Olympics. Should be collegiate or lower. Jenner was a fucking college athlete. Was just graduating college. Became the biggest fucking Olympic athlete since the fucking black dude who ran back in the 50s, Jesse Owens. And the shit that went on with that fucking Olympics, was that 1954?
I don't know.
Some shit like that. And that was a debacle. But it shouldn't be professional athletes. I mean, tennis as a professional sport? Tennis?
I don't know. What do we say? I mean, I guess I want to get into what is the main difference between a professional athlete and a non-professional athlete? Just they don't get paid?
$50 million in your bank?
I mean, when we talk about it to the degree of even like our skateboarders, it's sponsorship and a declaration of pro competition.
Yeah.
So the level of skill doesn't really come into play. You can still be really good as a collegiate athlete and a pro athlete. And it's really about whether you get paid or not.
That's what, that was what differentiated what made you a pro athlete. You're the best of the best in the world, and we're going to pay you accordingly.
Okay, then they should go to the Olympics because they're the best in the world, right? And we're paying
by that consideration, yes, that would be the case.
Yeah, but by that consideration, absolutely, I agree with Thump. As much as I don't
like if there was some kind of skill differential between pro players and collegiate players, you could say the competition's not fair, right? But if the same level of skill applies, then what? Just because you pay one athlete but not the other, they should get to compete. If they're the best at what they do, they should be able to get a medal.
Majority of athletes who place medals in the Olympics is like 24 and under.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, with the exception of like archery, racing, running, cycling.
Yeah, there's some sports. Like there's a couple of swimmers that are like in their late 20s, early 30s, maybe.
Right. You get the few. Yeah, the chick who's ripping it up in the pool. What the fuck is her name? I can't remember her name. She's from
Also, with our women's national team, we had some elder women who have come through that, and I'm not to call them elder women, but for their sport on an Olympic stage, were definitely, hey, look who's still competing.
Yeah.
They treated it that way. So I'm not using elder to be insultful. I'm using elder as just the identifier as how you were considered in an Olympic scale.
Yeah, there are some older Olympians. There's like 40-somethings who are still competing, depending on the sport.
Right, depending on the sport.
Yeah. I mean, but did you think
you would consider that there's the possibility that, especially in like a shooting or
archery,
line of sight competition, that maybe being more seasoned would be better in those situations,
and
instead of bringing your youngest hard getting it.
But you're absolutely right, because it was. I think the United States took gold in the men's shooting or whatever the fuck it was, and the dude was like 51.
Yeah, see, that's the type of stuff I'm thinking. I think more like there is something to say that some competitions are good to be seasoned, and there are other ones where no, we just need you to be fast.
Yeah.
Like that's all we want. We want you to run really quick.
There's no.
I'm sorry. Once you start tearing your knees up a little bit, that speed goes away.
There's no 51-year-old running the 400-meter hurdles.
No, but that's one sport that requires you to be like a peak physical form. Like if you're gonna be a runner, if you're gonna be a gymnast, like
which is why we talk about the swimmers and soccer players, though, because that does take a certain level of peak performance to be able to be competitive in that range. And that's why we highlight those older performers, because it's kind of amazing they're still doing it.
Right.
The average peak performers are the age of 18 to 24 historically in the Olympics, modern Olympics.
Yes.
Okay.
Easily.
1800s. I mean, you want to go 1800s up till now. I guarantee you look at the numbers, are going to be 18 to 24, which is your collegiate years.
Right.
Yeah, okay, sure.
You're right. Pro athletes, some of them, maybe they should. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe they should be. But do you want to say...
I don't think it should be about how old you are. It should be about how you perform. I mean,
honestly,
the reason
I'm kind of indifferent about the professional athletes being involved in sports in the Olympics, because I necessarily believe that the Olympics should have been a skills competition like it always was, and not a games competition. Right. No baseball, no basketball, no football, no volleyball, not necessary. Skills competitions. I believe in shot put. I believe in running. I believe in javelin throw. I believe in pole vault. I believe in high jump. I believe in skills competitions.
Track and field.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Skills,
I believe
bro.
Those were the quintessential Olympic sports. I'll even go with the gymnastics, and I'll go with ice skating, and to some degree, I kind of get outside of the realm when it comes to cycling. Like any sport that actually has a pro sport, I think automatically that may disqualify it from the Olympics, as far as my eyes look at it. I believe that the collegiate athletes that do not have a pro career to look forward to after
highlight
these
archery,
non-pro sports are the competitive skills competitions to really solidify your best athletes as far as collegiate styling athletes.
Agreed. I mean, you train your entire life to be a gymnast, whether it was for fun or not, and you make the Olympics, okay? And you win a gold medal. What do you do with your life after that?
You're on a Wheaties box.
Right, but okay, Jenner. But is there
or a lot of other ones like Jordan?
Is there a job for you besides Cirque du Soleil?
That's a good question.
What are you looking forward to as pay, as far as that goes to pay to hours? Like, does it pay well?
No, I mean there are certain sports.
Does it pay you like an Olympic winning athlete? Like, does it? I mean,
there are certain sports that the Olympics is the highest you can ever get.
Right, and that's and I'm saying that if you look, that's the vast majority of what the Olympic Games is too.
Right.
Are those skills competitions?
You know,
all this other stuff that we've added is because like our communities were like, we should put basketball in it.
United States is really good at basketball. We should do that.
Yeah, we should put basketball in it. And the Olympic Committee was like, all right, sure, we'll do basketball. And they were like, all right, Mike, Larry, Pat.
Look, baseball.
Let's go do this.
Baseball was the perfect example. Baseball should be in the Olympics. It's America's pastime. We invented baseball. It's been around since fucking 18-something.
9 o'clock.
We should have baseball in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then they went and did it, and then they realized, well, fuck, the Summer Olympics happens in the middle of the summer, and we got like 600 fucking people over there, and we only got like another 400 to play. We can't play baseball until the Olympics are over.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going on vacation for 17 days or 15 days, whatever the Olympics is.
Olympic break.
Yeah, and like winter. That's why we don't send professional hockey players anymore, because they have to stop the season every 4 years to go play the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, the Olympics are only a couple of days.
The best of the best should come out of your collegiate sports or lower. It's just like every other professional sport. They sit down and they look at all these players from high school and college, and they decide who they think are the best, and then they sign them to a minor league contract. And they develop them with the hope of one day being one of the best, the pros.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get paid bazillions of dollars to be one of the pros. You shouldn't go to the fucking Olympics. You want to do it before you're a pro. You're that fucking good, you can make the Olympic team and then make a professional sports team? Great. Show me.
Well, okay, so here's an idea. The Olympics are only every 4 years.
Right.
I mean, the winter, if you switch off winter and summer, etc. But like
2 years. They swap off 2 years.
Mm-hmm. But even if you're a star athlete, like say you're LeBron, right? Like you're on that level. Say LeBron went to the Olympics, he's not gonna go to every Olympics. He's only gonna go to 2, 3.
It all depends on how good you are.
It depends,
but
right?
Yeah, 2, 3, 4.
4.
I mean, look at the guy who's swimming. Lockie is swimming.
Lockie?
He fucking swam against Michael Phelps 4 straight Olympics. This is his 5th. What is he, 36?
Yeah, he's pretty old for a swimmer.
He's got no shot, but why the fuck is he? Well, maybe he's got a shot. I mean, what does he run, a relay? I don't even know, because I don't even care, because you're fucking old and you shouldn't be swimming. You took up a spot from somebody who, probably should have made the team. Maybe.
Okay, but I think I don't really care about where they are in their career. If you're good enough to make the team, you can be on the team. Like, it should be about skill. Can you beat the guy next to you? If you can beat that guy, you deserve to be there. Fuck that. I don't care how old you are or how much money you make. It's not about that.
How come summer sports is like 80 fucking events and Winter Olympics is only like 14?
Because nobody wants to freeze their balls off? I mean, I don't know.
Winter Olympics are way more exciting than the Summer Olympics, in my opinion.
I guess there are less winter sports, right? Like, I can only think of 3 off the top of my head. Like, there's figure skating, hockey, skiing. There's the jumping one.
Yeah, but that's still on skis, so you said it.
Alpine skiing,
ice
cross
skating, hockey, and something on skis.
Yeah, I can't think of any others.
What about snowboarding and
that's essentially still something on skis.
What about luge? What about curling?
Okay, curling I throw into kind of maybe the ice skating realm.
What about bobsledding?
I mean kind of ice skating and skiing.
Oh, and a bobsled? Okay, but you're still in.
Oh yeah, bobsledding. I forgot about bobsledding. This is what I mean.
But this also caters to the fact of like how even is competition and the bobsledding competition when there are places in the world who have no means of training any athletes to do bobsledding.
How many places on the earth? 196 countries are on the earth. How many of those don't even have the ability to train anybody for a Winter Olympic sport because they don't have anything to do with ice skating?
Winter.
Sledding.
Yeah, they don't fuck with winter. Like it's a completely foreign experience, like winter.
Okay, so if the Summer Olympics can just add more and more events as, I don't know, the world or community seem fit, why can't we have like what's that? It's snowmobiling.
I don't know. Good question. How do you? Is there such a thing as competitive snowmobiling?
Yeah, I thought they were introducing some kind of snowmobile racing.
As far as I know, there's nothing new coming to the winter sports this year. I could be wrong. I don't see anything on the list that looks new. But I'm not at the official Olympic winter sports site.
I guess people would have to like request the sport. Like the last sport that I remember being excited about them adding is snowboarding.
Yeah, because they did the jumps. I mean, and biathlon's fucking stupid. I mean, who the hell gets on a fucking skis, goes cross country, and then stops and shoots a deer?
Oh yeah, like I don't even get that. Like it's like you.
That is everybody in Alaska.
That's Alaska.
Haven't you watched the show Below Zero or whatever the fuck it is? Doesn't everybody?
No.
That's what everybody does. You go skiing all day. And then at some point during the day, you shoot something, and then you go and grab your snowboard or whatever your thing, and you go and you fucking collect your loot.
And you shoot a deer. You know what they should do? They should do like you watch the Wonder Woman movie, like where they have like I guess it's like a triathlon, only it's got like obstacles. You know what they should have? They should have Olympic Trojan races. That would be awesome.
Where you just big ass Trojan horse?
No. What is that? Like you just do like is it Trojan? Is it Trojan?
I don't know. You say Trojan, and I think of a Trojan.
Is it the thing where you you run through a bunch of obstacles, and you run through mud, and then you swim, and then it's like American Ninja Warrior, only on mud.
Yeah, like the Marine boot camp.
Right. Yeah, like they should add that as an Olympic sport because that takes endurance and teamwork on occasion.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Olympics have been quite interesting.
There you go. Do special forces competition in the Olympics.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to show their faces, you know. I don't know. Gold medal at stake for
what do you mean?
Hoops.
Why would they have to show their faces? They would just go in the same. They'd have to go everywhere in full gear. You'd never see their faces. What are you talking about? There's not a single special forces group at all that doesn't have full head covering.
True. All right, we're out of here. Take the sumo wrestler out of the equestrian jumping. That was a stupid idea to begin with. It's going to fuck up the horses. The racing women's speed duels, McLaughlin and Dahlia Muhammad. Thank you. It was certainly fun to watch the two EUs compete, without a doubt. Simone Biles, get better.
Yeah, she's gonna get better soon.
No, get better. I understand it. There's been a lot of people who go through it. I need my fucking laptop back here. A lot of people go through it. Get better. Turn this up and then we're out. Peace.
Yay! Peace. Bye.
Yeah, there it is. There it's not. There it is.